Hello, collective. Welcome in. Welcome back to Infinite Light and Love 888. Once again, if you're new here, I am Juka. Oh my goodness. So, today, part two of TKO, that 2-for-1 Gemini energies and Taurus season combining. This is a collective message with these two energies being brought to my mind that are working very well together at this time. Maybe that has something to do with astrologically. I'm unaware of that. I don't know. But where we started with the last reading, so, Shambhala initiation with retreat to recharge, trust the process and dharma, and Orion activation, supernova recreation, renewal, and rebirth by light. The other big message from there was putting something to rest that's no longer serving you. So, there has been something come to the light. Earlier today, I finished a project that I had been looking at for so long, and I just started in and finished it. And when I was done, I was like ready to go, get something else done. But then the dishwasher was running and it was loud. So I thought, okay, well, I'll wait and do this later, do the reading later. And it was very obvious very quickly that Spirit put me in a timeout, a purposeful pause. And so when I was presented with that information, I thought, okay, so what is the benefit here? And I feel like that's their message for you right now. There are times we are put in a purposeful pause due to whatever we're working on. There's external noises going on, interference, static, and that they want to clean that up before you move forward. Because remember, we really want to focus on our attraction point. We want to attract what we truly desire. They're helping us with that. So the questions that came out for me, for you, are what emotions are present when these purposeful pauses come out? This is something for you to reflect on. And what good comes from the pause? So the first things that came to my mind was review, elevated or changed desires. So maybe what you learned just a few minutes ago is redirecting or bringing more authenticity to something you've desired. Gives you an opportunity for self-care and to recharge. And what happened for me was that a package arrived early. I didn't expect it until way later in the day, and it came early. Now, here's the kicker. What came early, I purchased a book. The High Priestess Transmissions. Okay, let's take this metaphorically. I received 3 items. I received High Priestess Transmissions. I received something to use to clear energy, and I hooked them all together with a red thread. So creativity, clearing and creativity. I wish the bells were a little louder. And the third thing was I've been having issues with my left knee, so I bought a brace support. So in the interim of my pause, I received High Priestess transmissions, clearing and creativity, and support. And I feel like that's a message, a reminder that sometimes there's really great things that come through in the pause. And High Priestess, our higher self guiding us, okay? When this is a message that came through for me when I was sitting in the energy earlier, thinking that, oh, I'm going to do this soon. When we recognize the assistance and the gift of the assistance that the monsters in our life have given us, we find peace and harmony within. Oh my gosh, my left ear. Wow, that just like closed off and then a strong ringing. Wow. You are protected. You're opening new gifts. The moon plus the stars and receiving what is written or fated. Surprise! The last reading, part 1 of this total knockout surprise, is that this moon energy. So we're entering into, as of today, we're entering into the new moon portal opening. And this new moon energy, plus all of that we placed, all of those dreams, wishes, and desires that we placed into the stars, which the last reading, Orion, came out, which is the star nursery, where stars are created. This combination equals us receiving, it's coming back to us better than expected, okay? Because we've been co-creating with the divine. Now, I will do my best to remember to put timestamps for the cards. And as I was making note of that here for myself, Spirit came through with a message. By skipping to what we perceive is the good part, we may miss the best part for our growth. So just throwing that out there. The part that's being delivered that's even better than expected. So there's this urgency to, like I said in the beginning, wanting to jump in and go for it and do that. But they bring in this pause because there is value in the pause. There's value in the stillness. And enjoy this moment fully. And which is interesting, also during this pause, a good friend of mine called. We were able to catch up for a little over 2 hours, had a wonderful conversation. So it's a sense of reconnecting with a loved one feels important here. Artemis, Persephone, Medusa, and Zadkiel are a part of bringing forth this message with Christ consciousness, where we can forgive and find our true self. This is this pause. So it's that looking at those monsters in the closet in here and loving them and bringing them to light. Okay? So this pause has seemed to be way more in depth than I ever expected. And that was something that came out in the last message, was expect better. Birds are going nuts outside all of a sudden. Special message like, hey, get your attention. Learn to expect better and stop selling ourselves short. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to start with a little bit of a Florida water here just to cleanse a little bit more. Open ourselves up to receive all this greatness, these joyful surprises that want to come forward. Your gifts coming early, okay? I am going to cleanse the space hourly. I'm going to hold this away from the mic, though, in case you're a little sensitive to sound. And let's clear this energy. Just breathe deeply as you're listening to this and allow the frequency to help cleanse you, okay? Thank you, angels, guides, ascended masters, for cleansing this space, cleansing our body, cleansing our soul. I absolutely love that. Oh, and I decided her name is Serenity. Yes. That came to me just as I was sitting down here, which, by the way, 707 and 737. You might be seeing a lot of sevens right now. The messages that came out yesterday were sixes, or that was connected to the prior new moon reading in June were sixes. So sevens feel like they could be important today, and it's definitely related to those sixes. I have 6th house, Uranus, and Capricorn out here on the Astro Dice. And as I shuffled just to get ready, Christ consciousness is on the top of the deck. So this pause for me has been very reflective and very healing, and allowed a lot of forgiveness for others who were perceived monsters. You know, thinking about Medusa, the Gargans, they loved her. So even in the darkness and everything that she went through, they still loved her. It's finding love in those dark places and forgiving others and forgiving ourselves. And from what I have found, that's been the most challenging of all. Forgiving self. Because it's, you know, self that thinks, oh, what if, or if I could, or if only I could have, those kinds of things. We have Arcturus, the giant red star. So the color red came out strong from that card of the future. And Orion was strong yesterday as well. 5th dimension, clairvoyance, blue beings. Oh, that was a big part of yesterday. This color blue. Healing, moving beyond draconian and patriarchal ways. Evolving. Wow. So this does connect. It came through yesterday. I didn't mention it. This is connecting a big part of your shift with a prior reading I did that says draconic era, leaving a draconic era and entering the pink pony era. So this is all connected. All do my best to remember to link that in the description. And, prophets and seers. So that future card, she was looking in a crystal ball. Seer. Your ability to see more clearly in the future is possibly one of these gifts that's being brought forward, or it's being enhanced. Future potential. Advice to achieve a positive outcome. Yes, you're elevating these times. And in meditation or sleep. Dream state, the dreamland, was the first card that came out yesterday. You're connecting with guides in your sleep. I feel like maybe you're getting downloads, or you wake up with new inspired ideas or something to that effect. What's on the bottom here? Saint Germain. He came out yesterday. Initiation to access. And this has to do with the violet flame. So this vision of yours is being initiated, activated, enhanced. Wherever you are in your journey, there's an elevation here. He is the patron of disabled, abused, and abandoned. So definitely a focus on alchemy, healing. And we were talking about our body yesterday in part 1. A big change in spiritual development. Okay. So this pause. I don't have anything planned here. I'm going with the flow. Whatever they tell me, I'm listening. Okay. So because we are in this time of the new moon, anytime you're watching this, it can be your reading. This is just the message that is coming forth during this time. To let you know, to get the message out there. Okay. What do you want the collective to know about this purposeful pause? The end of a tough cycle approaches. That gives me the feeling that we're kind of in this interim between a cycle ending and a new beginning. And so in between there is this pause. We feel like we want to move forward. We want to go. We want to go, 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 go. That determination, Taurus season, it's bringing that out. And they're saying, don't skip to what you perceive the good part. Now is the good part. And there's something else to see while you're here. Allow it to open, allow it to unfold, even though it could feel heavy. What else do you want the collective to know? Okay, meditation and contemplation, and balance spirituality and practicality. Look at those colors. That blue. Going with the flow. Again. So this past cycle feels like it has been very challenging. And the more we meditate, the more we take that pause, meditate, contemplate, balance the spirituality and practicality. It's like settling in. You know how when, if you had a container with sand and then you poured it full of water, that water would seep down. It's going to take a little while because there is a foundation, but it's a little bit loose, and that it's going to take a little while for that water to settle into all the little holes. It's just like watering a plant. There can be air pockets where those roots aren't connected to the dirt, and that's going to cause issues in the root of the plant. We want to make sure it's fully saturated, and then it's going to grow. So there's something there. And here's Gemini coming out. Communication is key. Definitely a leveling up of our communication. The way we think, that whole Gemini energy. See, I'm wanting to talk faster than it wants to come in. They're slowing me down. Okay, I don't know why I was just automatically reaching for this. I guess that's where they want to go. The Spirit Animal Oracle. What do you want the collective to know from the Spirit Animal Oracle? I know bears have been super prominent for me. Protectiveness, protecting your young, loving your young. It's a very... It's like one extreme to another. They can be so loving, and you cross them and they're ticked off and angry and coming at you. There's something about balancing that. Oh, the wolf, pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. Yes, this pause is the time for you to release. Release, 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 so that this new moon can bring in what you truly want. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Wow. Yes. So strong. You've been finding your way. Okay, so, Ram, perseverance. That card said persevere, and perseverance is down here. They're like, keep going. Don't stop yet. There's something else to see. Use the pause wisely is what I'm hearing. Use the pause wisely. So, with all this talk about arrows, it was brought to me about 3 or 4 days ago, that the message has been coming up. I have a new guide. And I feel like this was an introduction of this new guide. And it feels that it correlates with an ascended master who led a very shaman life. Definitely feels like a shaman journey. And this guide's name is Arrow. And he is all about assisting direction and finding your way and finding your true self. So I feel arrow coming through with this message. That feels good. Let's keep moving on here. What do you want to tell the collective about this end of a tough cycle? So it's coming to an end. There's something else to see. So this time of pause is to allow balance to happen. Go with the flow. And what is it you want to bring to the collective's? I started to say intention. I meant to say awareness. What do you want to bring to their intention? Knowing your intentions before moving forward. Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. This is a focus on the best possible outcome, expecting better. As you sit there, we wait for nothing. While we are awaiting on something to arrive, we are still doing something, possibly with family, possibly with building wealth, making friends, something to do with home, chores at home that just need done. While you're awaiting something to come forward, there's an opportunity to love here and love this moment. Oh, great. Well, I can't do that yet. That gives me more time with my family. Perfect. It's something to that effect. What else? Definite mindset shift. 100% mindset shift. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. It does feel like a coming together of something. Queen of Cups underneath that. It feels like what's really standing out is this angel in the background. This Christ consciousness is influencing your decisions more. And you're having, it's decisions of the heart. That's that heart and that mind coming together. I was very guided to wear black and white today. Black and white. Have on a white skirt, black top. And that's that integration, internal integration, masculine, feminine coming together. And all of that creates better decisions in love or in anything. Oh, wow. So that last reading said what seed you have planted and nourished are blooming better than expected. All this hard work that you've been putting into, Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Wow. A whole new beginning. An opportunity to start with a clear mind. You've already put in all the work and it's grown. And now here comes the rewards. That's that tough cycle coming to an end. I love that for you. I feel like there's one more. What else? One more. You want to let the collective know about the end of a tough cycle. High Priestess. Yeah, you've been guiding yourself the whole way. Transmissions. I am excited to read this book. A friend has been recommending it to me for a very long time, and I'm just finally at a place where that feels like what I'm supposed to do now. 9 of Swords on the bottom. You've got a lot of information coming in during your sleep, and you may not even recognize it, but it's happening. High Priestess transmissions. That is, where was the card? Here. The prophets and seers. High Priestess, your seer. Meditation or sleep. It's advice to achieve a positive outcome. That's what they want you to know about this message. I feel like sometimes we get so excited to keep going and move on and move on and move on that we miss something, and maybe we need to go back and rewatch it. Just like what happened for me yesterday was going back to watch that prior new moon reading. There was so much there that brought memories for me, that reminded me of things from my journey. And if you've not seen it, it might do the same for you. Or maybe that message in there is for you at this time. I'm not sure what that is, but it's just, there are times we are in a better state when we calm down, go with the flow, and reflect. That's what leads us to that forgiveness, you know? This feels really good. Okay, do a little shuffle here, and then I want to get a little bit more information on this path. You're a pathfinder. Release your path and start a new journey. Release your path and start a new journey. Oh, missed one. And start a new journey. That's where you're being guided, and you've been getting downloads. So what do you want to tell us about this new path? King of Cups. Okay. Full of heart. Love. If you're manifesting love. What else about this new path? 7 of Swords. You're taking your power back. The power of your heart. It comes across as deception because it is stealing. It's a Robin Hood kind of effect. But it's for the greater good of all. He went down to steal swords away from the bad guys. Because his intention is to promote peace and harmony. And when you're fighting deception, that is challenging. But you're putting in the effort You're putting in the effort for a fulfilling and happy life, happy work, something you enjoy, building a skill. All this hard work you've done helped develop these skills. And it's allowing you to start on this new journey. In the meantime, until it's here. And just as I went to pick these up, this card fell out, which is the Queen of Cups. What do we have on the split? 6 of Swords and 10 of Swords. You're moving away from this time period where you have put yourself in situations that are harming you. You're releasing those toxins. What did I say earlier from the notes? You're releasing this toxicity. What did I say? When you're presented with the pause, it's to clear, create, and support. You're clearing out those unsupported energies or energies that no longer support you. They may have at one time. What else do you want to tell the collective here about this new path? It may have been a path you didn't want. Maybe you were forced into this path. It's definitely from the divine. That's those angels giving you this gift. You might not have seen it. Might not have seen it as a gift at the time. But I feel like that's what you're growing through. Because during this time period, you're getting grounded. Look, she's sitting here in the grass, feet bare, getting grounded. And this focus on self, this meditative state, and working on getting grounded, you may literally have had your eyes closed to a lot of opportunities coming towards you. And it could be that you're so focused on yourself, you're like, I'm not even going to begin to open my eyes to anything right now until I get through this. And that's okay. As long as you're honest with yourself about it. So there's may have been things that you've been closed off to, which I'm coming back to that. Being open, let's say. The High Priestess is coming through to say, I don't think I said this, to clear, create, and support your movement forward, to create a perfect fit, a surprise, be open to joyful surprises. That's the High Priestess message. And I forgot to say that part. So you may have been closed off. High Priestess is coming in saying, okay, it's time to open your eyes. Time to open your eyes. We're on a new path. Yeah. You've been fighting this pain for a long time. She says you don't have to fight this anymore. You can let it go. You can forgive. Enough pain. Let it go. You don't have to keep fighting it. Just pick that one wand, that direction you want to go in, and just go there. What's this? Oh, 6 of Swords. Move it along. Move it along. What's that? Move along, little doggy. Move along. Move on to where it's safe and calm and peaceful. that meditative state. All right. What else here? Yeah. End this burden. You've been carrying it long enough. Move on. You are walking away from something that held a power over you. With Gemini out here very strong as well, this feels like a mindset that's kept you in a circle, or a belief about yourself that was projected from others that's not necessarily true from you, and you're walking away from all this and you're following your heart. You're moving forward in where you want to go. Your heart, you're creating this new life with every step you take, with every release. You are moving forward. That's beautiful. The moon is on the bottom. Yes, this moon energy is here to assist us, to bring what is unconscious and illuminate it so that we can come together internally. And when we're together internal, we have this stronger passion for life. We want to go out there. We want to do. I want to get a oracle card. And just keep hearing oracle, oracle, oracle. Where do you want to go with this? Okay. Soul flowers. All right. There is another section to this that we haven't even got to. This was the pause. So they're telling me that this is going to go into this new series, The Power of the Rise. And I'll be putting those all in a playlist for The Power of the Rise. And I'll put TKO 1 and this TKO Part 2 in there with it. And, I'm just realizing there's a card that was turned over in here. What's your message? I think it was a pansy. A purple poppy. Evolution. Yes. Evolution. Okay, the cards that came out are Columbine for abundance and Dandelion release. Yes. Your abundance of all the good things that you want, they want to come in, okay? They want to come in for you. And there's an abundance of burdens. So whatever of these sticks you have not laid down yet, they're saying focus on that now. Focus on that right now in the here and now so that you can use this moon's energy to help you release the rest. Whatever little traces, I just heard tricks. And you know, in the last reading, the word punks came out. There might be some trickster energy here going on. Trickster spirit. Punks, tricksters. Or releasing how you look at punks and tricks. That, they're saying sometimes we go about things in a tricky manner. Very clever for you to get the lesson. Depending on how stubborn you are. Huh. You're funny. And Taurus season. Okay. Yeah. When we get in that Taurus energy, sometimes we can be like, nope, 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 I ain't looking at that. We can get a little bullheaded. And they're saying, go with the flow. Let it go. Let it go and grow. Okay? And what do we have on the bottom of the deck? Confidence. The sunflower. Yes. Confidence. It stands tall and radiant, shining like the sun. When you're suffering from low confidence or self-doubt, sunflower humbly reminds you of your true magnificence, instilling acceptance and understanding and allowing loving compassion to flow from your heart. That's beautiful. Great reminder. And I do want to note something about superpowers has been coming up a lot in my experience, and that is part of the message that came out on that prior new moon. So something about superpowers coming up for you. And if that resonates, maybe that reading is for you. Maybe that's another way to know whether that reading is for you. You can take a look and see how you feel about it, because that's what this channel is about. This is all about you tapping into your intuition. What feels perfect, that perfect fit that the High Priestess is leading you to, that perfect fit. It's about developing our own intuition and internal confidence within ourselves to move forward, aligned. Thank you, Arrow. Thank you so much for your guidance. That's all I have for you at this time. The next one will be coming out soon. I feel like they're wanting it done here in this time frame prior to the new moon. That is my assignment to do for you. So I will comply, and we will work on that as well. So at this moment, I'm going to close out. Thank you for being here. If it's your first time, welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. And until next time, lead with love.